Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. I have got great news, excellent news actually, to be honest with you. And this truly tells the power of social media, something that's going on. The IRS is absolutely backpedaling in a move that they made in January of 2022. And I did a video about a few days prior, almost literally a year to the date from today that this video is going out, a warning video that the IRS was watching you and you were going to be put into a very hard position when it comes to third-party payment apps like PayPal, Vimeo, all of those different pay apps. No matter what kind of pay app you're thinking of, because tons of people are going to say, does it include this one or does it include that one? If it is in America, it is located in America and they have to pay US taxes, it includes them. And that rule was that anybody accepting $600 or more in a calendar year, and it started this last January, was going to face scrutiny through the IRS because the PayPal or the Venmos or the whatever app it is out there, I'm totally blanking out, Apple Pay, Google Pay, whatever it is, they were going to be forced to send a 1099 to you and one to the IRS. And that was going to put literally millions of people, millions of Americans in a very serious situation, because then they would have to go before the IRS. And if they didn't claim that as income or prove that it wasn't income, that they weren't doing it to make money, they were going to be in some serious issues, right? That would open them up to an audit. Very, very serious. All right, now, the power of social media. That video I did got over 1 million views, my best performing video. As a matter of fact, I think 29,000 of you are here because of that video alone. It was going to absolutely crush the side hustle. You guys know that I have been teaching people how to start side hustles for since June. We have seen massive success since then. And I put out a lot of warning videos and things that I have learned over the years, over my 21 different side hustles now. Ever since I was young till today, you know, pitfalls, things to look out for. And I'm so excited to share this story with you. And then stick around to the end of the video, because I'm going to give you some tips on how to navigate this IRS rule in 2023. All right, it says IRS delays the $600 gig tax rule. The International Revenue Service on Friday announced they are delaying the new tax reporting requirements for millions of Americans who made more than $600 of income from e-commerce platforms such as eBay, Etsy, and Airbnb. Now think about it. I told you about PayPal and Venmo, right? Those are included as well. But to think that Airbnb, Etsy, I mean, literally every company that accepts money or allows you, allows you to accept money, and they're the intermediary, they were going to have to file this 1099 to you and the IRS. It says the 1 year, they're giving you a 1 year reprieve, means that said e-commerce platforms will not give the tax agency information on users whose income exceeds the $600 level, nor will they be required to provide sellers with a blizzard of 1099-K tax forms in early 2023. Let me stop right here and tell you that there is a very serious warning still in this video that I'm going to share at the end, and it has to do with this year, okay? So you're not out of the woods yet. It says, as the Wall Street Journal notes, this also means that opponents of the $600 rule can push for a change in the law next year. Well, let's put it this way. Only social media will be able to alert people, because this will go very underreported in the news, the mainstream news, okay? So if you want this to change, then you need to call your congressman or congresswoman, because honestly, I don't personally see this changing. It says the additional time will help reduce confusion during the coming 2023 tax filing season and provide more time for taxpayers to prepare and understand the new reporting requirements, according to Acting IRS Commissioner Doug O'Donnell. Now it says Congress passed the $600 threshold for Form 1099-K reports as part of the American Rescue Plan Act in March 2021. Now, how do you feel about that? That should drive you absolutely up the wall. You know how they talk about the rescue? They're here to rescue you? No, they're here to trap you, okay? There's so much to this story I want to line out in this video. So there's just so much to it to unravel literally the trap that they set before millions of Americans. Said scheduling it to take effect for tax year 2022. Until the change, platforms had to report to users income to the IRS if they had more than 200 transactions and $20,000 in revenue. Okay, that was the old rule. Yeah, that was the last. I mean, think about what a drastic difference. In 2021, you didn't have to report your earnings to the IRS if you had under 200 people pay you and under $20,000 in revenue. Now it's literally a flat over $600, you have to report to the IRS. That is a massive, massive change. It says, in the waning days of this year's congressional session, lawmakers in both parties discussed raising the $600 threshold or delaying implementation. After those efforts, talks failed, the IRS stepped in with the delay. IRS and Treasury and IRS officials said Friday that they hope to work with industry groups over the next year to make sure the forms go out to the right taxpayers. All right, let me warn you right now, and this is why I started the Side Hustle course. And by the way, if you guys want that course, I'm gonna put a link down below. I still have some half-off coupons. Whenever they run out, but I'll put that link below. It's so easy to start a business, but you have to be very careful because so many people fail in a side hustle because they don't know the warning signs, they don't know how to budget, they don't know all the little tips and tricks because they usually, how many of us hang out with entrepreneurs, right? And so that's why I started that course. Now this is the warning, and this is very important. Just because they put back this date, they gave you a reprieve for 1 year. So that means for the year 2022, you will not be receiving a 1099 from PayPal, Venmo, eBay, Etsy, any of those companies, right? You will not be receiving one. But those records are still there, okay? The rule went into effect January 1st of 2022. So in 2023, you're gonna be doing business under these new guidelines, all right? They're still, anything over $600, they're going to end up sending you a 1099. You're gonna have to prove to the IRS that either you have a business or you don't. So you're gonna need really good record keeping. And really good record keeping is not that difficult, okay? I teach that in the class. Now, I want people to understand, just because they believe they got a year off, you can't skate. You need to keep your records and be ready for an audit for 2022. Remember, the IRS, this isn't tax advice or financial advice. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not a tax professional. I'm not a financial advisor, right? I'm an entrepreneur. I've had multiple businesses. I've filed lots of tax returns for everything from, DBA to a LLC to a C Corp. I've done all the different filings, all right? So you need to maintain your records, all right? Now, this is one tip that I would give you. Honestly, everybody's your friend. Remember, this IRS rule is that if you take money from a family member, let's say, under the friends and family category, that does not go towards your $600, all right? So what I would suggest is everybody become friends. And when you need money and you're taking money from people, hey, we're friends, right? Yeah, make sure you pay me under the friends and family. Also remember, anytime you request money, you send an invoice, that immediately triggers the question to the sender of the money, is this for goods and services? And that's a whole different algorithm that would put you into that category of the $600. So just remember that too. So if you have a friend or a family member that is sending you money because they owe you money because you loaned them money, remember that if they go, hey, send me a request or an invoice, then no, I'm not doing that, because then that makes it look like I got a business here. And they go, okay, no problem. So just give them your information so they can pay you. The worst thing ever would be, hey, I've got to prove to the IRS that I've been accepting rent money from my roommate that's a friend of mine because I'm the one in charge of paying the rent, but every month they send it to me and I have to send them an invoice or a request for money because they don't got their crap together to just send it to me on the right day. And then now I've got to actually prove to the IRS that I'm not some kind of landlord. Now think about that. These are issues that are going to slam Americans right in the face. Thank heavens, not this tax season, but next tax season. But the problem is that next tax season, the 2023 tax year, which is you'll be filing in 2024, you'll be getting slammed with 2 years of data, okay? So that's very important. I want you to realize that. All right, guys, with that being said, I thank you so much for watching. The link to the coupon codes, once they're gone to the Side Hustle course. I'm gonna be putting out some new course lessons here in the next, right in January. So I thank you guys for being patient. With that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.